परिवारों के साथ फिर से प्रयास करते हैं, जहां हम उन्हें पुलिस या अन्य माध्यमों की मदद से ढूंढ पाते हैं और संबंधित परिवार उन्हें स्वीकार करने के लिए तैयार हैं। पुणे के माजागर फाउंडेशन में स्वच्छ एवं प्रशस्त रसोई घर है, जहां कर्मचारी स्वास्थ्यवर्धक भोजन प्रभु जी को पेश करते हैं। रसोई घर के साथ ही छत पर रचनात्मक गतिविधियां की जाती हैं। हर शनिवार और रविवार प्रमाणित मनोचिकित्सक तथा अन्य डॉक्टर प्रभु जी की देखभाल करने आते हैं। हर दिन अलग अलग गतिविधियां करने से प्रभु जी अपने जीवन की भयानक यादों से एक प्रकार से मुक्त हो पाते हैं। पुणे का माजागर फाउंडेशन अपने इस कार्य को बढ़ावा देने के लिए उत्सुक है। इस कार्य को आगे ले जाने के लिए हम 30 एकड़ जमीन खरीदकर 2000 बेसहारा और लाचार लोगों के लिए और 2000 अनाथ बच्चों के लिए अपना घर बनाना चाहते हैं, जिसमें अस्पताल और स्कूल भी होंगे। आपके लिए दुनिया की इस तरह की सबसे बड़ी परियोजना में भागीदार बनने का अवसर माजागर फाउंडेशन लेकर आया है। हमारे साथ संपर्क करने के लिए फोन या व्हाट्सएप करें 7498550554 989-061-0558। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्।
Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another awesome session of Mindful Living. We really appreciate your taking out time and joining the session today. It is a weekend, and your joining the session today is a clear demonstration of the fact of how much you care for people and our planet. The session today is being organized on the occasion of World Heart Day, which falls on 29th of September. The theme for the World Heart Day this year is love for people, love for planet. Our speaker last week was Mr. Dheeraj Dolwani, who runs a very successful BPO based out of Uttarakhand near Ranikhet, employing more than 400 people and doing world-class work. And he spoke about how the work that he is doing is impacting the people and the planet both. Our speaker today, Mr. RAJHEEV AGARWALl, is a highly accomplished professional who has worked in the corporate sector for more than 36 years. When he was at the peak of his career as CEO and director of Nilons Group, he gave it all up to serve people, because people have always been part of his success strategy and now the work that he's doing. I request all of you to please put yourself on mute. And when it's the question and answer time at the end of the session, we ask you to unmute yourself.
Vinay Gupta, please kindly be on mute. Vinay Gupta.
Rajiv ji is a commerce and law graduate.
सभी से अनुरोध है, कृपया म्यूट कर लें.
Company secretary, and he started his career working with ITC, worked with Unilever, Sainath Industrial Corporation in Indonesia, with Lalbai Group, before joining Nilons Group in March 2004, where he had a successful stint of 17 years as director and CEO. During the course of his career, the company had miraculous performance, increasing its sales turnover from 8 crores to 450 crores, and profits grew by a whopping 80,000%, making it the fastest growing processed food company in India. Rajiv ji, we are truly grateful to have you as our speaker today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ashish ji.
Thank you, Rajiv ji. Friends, before I invite Rajiv ji to talk about the work he has done, I'll take a minute to introduce myself, as many of you are joining us for the first time. If you're joining our session for the first time, please type FT in the chat box. If you're joining a mindful living session for the first time, please type FT in the chat box. Friends, my name is Ashish and I'm the founder of Mindful Living. I started Mindful Living in 2018. Prior to that, I worked in the corporate sector in senior management roles with companies like Tata Group, Future, HCL, and with Healthcare at Home, which was promoted by the Dabur family. During the years of my working in the corporate sector, I saw at close quarters how stressed the employees in the corporate sector are. Being a certified mindfulness teacher myself, I thought there is a need for taking the message of living consciously to the corporate sector, and with that mission of impacting the lives of 1 million people, I started Mindful Living in 2018. I'm very happy to share with you that over the last 4 years, I have trained over 10,000 employees in 50 leading organizations, which include Aditya Birla Group, Tata Group, IBM, EXL, Signify, Schneider, Kotak Life, SDFC Life, and many more organizations. The session today is being organized as a part of the Mindful Living community, which we started in April 2020. Just give me a minute. There are many people who are joining. When the first lockdown happened, few of my friends reached out to me and requested me to conduct a mindfulness session for them, as they were very anxious and stressed about what's going to happen. And over a weekend, 10 of my friends got together and we had a mindfulness session. One thing led to the other. And today that group of 10 people has grown to be over 3,000 people who connect every weekend to practice mindfulness and living consciously. All our sessions are guaranteed to improve the quality of your life. In case you would like to be a part of this awesome community, please click on the link that we have shared in the chat and join us. It's a very safe place to practice mindfulness of living consciously for improving your health, happiness, and well-being. We do not encourage any religious or political posts. Nobody spams you with good morning, good night messages. This is a group of like-minded people, and where we share information about our upcoming events and how we can all live a better lives. One final housekeeping rule before I invite Rajiv ji to share his thoughts. I would request you to keep your Zoom on so that it makes it more interactive for the speaker, and use the reactions button in the toolbar to show appreciation, thumbs up, love when Rajiv ji shares something that resonates with you. On that note, Rajiv ji, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ashish ji.
Thank you.
A very good evening to all the friends and who are attending this session. I am very, very grateful that all of you could take out time to listen this kind of a session, which has less to do with, I would say, business and more to do with human psychology. So let me start sharing my screen with you. In my new avatar, I have co-founded along with my wife, Majha Foundation. The birth of Majha Foundation dates back to more than 10 years, when I was 50 years old. And I gave a promise to myself that when I am 60, I will not work for myself. I will not work for money. By giving up my corporate career or other avenues of working for gain, I'm just fulfilling the promise that I made to myself. See, Sagar, the page is not changing. Is it? With the arrow key, right? Little bit.
Rajiv ji, should I share?
No, it's okay. Now it's done. So after this, as Ashish ji shared that, this session is for the World Heart Day. And anything I have done in my life, I can say I have done it with my heart. आर पार का गेम खेला है हमने, कुछ बड़ा या फिर कुछ नहीं. And in Hindustan Unilever, where I learned the ropes of management, they say that if you can lead people, if you know the art of leading people from your heart, you can do anything. You don't need any qualification. You just need common sense and leading people. So all India IR manager or personnel manager can overnight be appointed as all India sales manager, which is unheard of in other companies, though other companies, some of the other companies are trying to follow it. So there is another session which we are going to hold on 22nd of October, where anyone who works for money or who has a team to manage, it will be so useful for them. And I haven't had any of my participants in my earlier 6 to 7, I would say, sessions where I have recounted the Nilon success story, experience 2x to 10x growth in their business. So I will only put a teaser today. How did it happen? I have been asked multiple number of times that an 8 crore mature company, it was not a startup, 42-year-old company, which was stuck at 8 crore rupees annual turnover. I would sum it up in 2, I would say, sentences. One is, most of the companies, there is one entrepreneur or a couple of entrepreneurs who are driving the growth. In Nilons, how did we create 100 entrepreneurs in a small company? And compared to our peers, we grew, I would say, 7 to 8 times per annum CAGR. So with facts, figures, calculations, and how to do it, we are going to share every detail. And it's a must-attend session on 22nd October, which is a Dhanteras. धन कैसे कमाना है, आज तो मन की बात है, लेकिन मन का तो तब होगा जब धन होगा. तो लेकिन हम इस प्रेजेंटेशन में आगे देखेंगे कि फिलैंथ्रोपी, चैरिटी के लिए धन की भी आवश्यकता नहीं होती. ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी मैंने सीखा हिंदुस्तान और हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर से भी आगे बढ़कर के हमने काम किया निलॉन्स में, जो काम हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर नहीं करता था, उस आदमी के जीवन में क्या कमी है और कैसे उसको टाई अप किया जाए फॉर अ विन 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 सिचुएशन। विन विन तो हमने बहुत बार सुना है, वी हैव हर्ड विन विन मेनी नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स, बट क्वाड्रुपल विन की बात यहां हो रही है और हम इसके बारे में बहुत डिटेल में बात करेंगे, क्योंकि इस तरह के सेशन से अगर टेक अवे लेना है तो पूरा सेशन चाहिए। कुछ लोगों का म्यूट नहीं है, उनसे मैं अनुरोध करूंगा कि वो सभी लोग म्यूट कर लें। तो 22 तारीख को धनतेरस के दिन जरूर इस सेशन को अटेंड करें। आज हम थोड़ी मन की बात कर लेते हैं। और एक और अनुरोध आप सभी से है कि 10-15 मिनट के लिए आप जल्दी मत छोड़ना सेशन को, until unless there is a dire emergency। क्योंकि लास्ट में मैं एक अपनी स्टोरी मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनी डेज की हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर की शेयर करूंगा कि कैसे, हाउ टू टेक वर्क व्हेन यू हैव नो फॉर्मल अथॉरिटी। मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनीज डोंट हैव एनी फॉर्मल अथॉरिटी, एंड हाउ डिड आई गेट इट डन, अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टास्क। And Ashish ji will also share with you कि आप as little as 100 रुपए में कैसे आप philanthropist बन सकते हो in as little as 100 rupees. So my request to all of you, please stay connected till the end. Philanthropy charity हालांकि अलग अलग चीजें हैं, they are different things but they are used interchangeably. What are they? ये एक प्राइवेट इनिशिएटिव है जो पब्लिक गुड के लिए होता है। प्राइवेट इनिशिएटिव विच रिजल्ट्स इन पब्लिक गुड। एंड हु आर दीज फिलैंथ्रोपिस्ट एंड चैरिटी माइंडेड पीपल? दे हैव अ लव फॉर ह्यूमैनिटी एंड दे वांट टू चेंज द वर्ल्ड टू अ बेटर प्लेस देन दे केम इनटू इट। एंड व्हाट डज इट रिक्वायर? 3 T's: टाइम, टैलेंट एंड ट्रेजर। टाइम सबसे पहले चाहिए, पैसे से भी पहले। टैलेंट माने अपना जो भी आपका हुनर है उसको आप इसमें लगाएं। ट्रेजर ऑफ कोर्स इज मनी, बट दैट कम्स लास्ट। तीनों टी का सबसे बड़ा एग्जांपल, द बिगेस्ट एग्जांपल, विजिबल एग्जांपल इन इंडिया इज द सिख कम्युनिटी लंगर। 1.5 लाख मील एक दिन में गोल्डन टेम्पल अमृतसर में सर्व किए जाते हैं। इक्वल नंबर ऑफ मील्स इन बंगला साहब गुरुद्वारा इन दिल्ली। All over the world, approximately 1 crore meals are served by the Sikh community. You open your eyes and you will see in every town and city that they are doing it. 25 करोड़ रुपया रोज ये कम्युनिटी खर्च करती है खाना खिलाने में। Even if the rupee falls further to 91 rupees to a dollar, this community spends $1 billion a year in feeding people. तो इसका प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम्पल और भी बहुत सारे हैं, लेकिन मुझे लगा कि सिख कम्युनिटी लंगर जो है ये 3 T एंड लव फॉर ह्यूमैनिटी, जहां पर ये लोग मर्द हो या स्त्री हो अपना टाइम, किसी को रोटी बनाने का हुनर है तो रोटी बना रहे हैं, किसी को जूता साफ करने का मन है तो अरबपति लोग जूते साफ कर रहे हैं और वो अपना पैसा भी देते हैं। ये कुछ नोटेबल फिलैंथ्रोपिस्ट हैं। सबसे बड़ा फिलैंथ्रोपिस्ट पूरे वर्ल्ड में और कोई नहीं बल्कि एक इंडियन है, जमशेद जी टाटा। अगर उन्होंने, इफ ही हैड नॉट गिवन 66% ऑफ द शेयर ओनरशिप टू टाटा ट्रस्ट, टाटा फैमिली वुड बी द रिचेस्ट पर्सन इन द वर्ल्ड, नॉट इलॉन मस्क। सो ये अमर टाटास की कंपनी रहे ना रहे, जमशेद जी टाटा का नाम हमेशा रहेगा। सेकंड और थर्ड में जो आप देख रहे हैं, जॉर्ज पी बॉडी एंड आजिम प्रेम जी, ये बहुत कंजूस लोग हैं। आजिम प्रेम जी ने एक सेकंड हैंड मर्सिडीज कार अपने एम्प्लॉय से खरीदी अपने पर्सनल यूज के लिए। उनके वेल ऑफ एम्प्लॉय नई मर्सिडीज में चलते हैं, उनकी पर्सनल जरूरतों को उन्होंने एक कंजूस आदमी की तरह बहुत कम रखा है। लेकिन ये जॉर्ज पी बॉडी और आजिम प्रेम जी दोनों ही जब चैरिटी करने का समय आता है खुले हाथों से दिया है। 75,000 करोड़ रुपए आजिम प्रेमजी साहब ने चैरिटी के लिए दे दिया। फॉर्चुनेटली उनके आदमी हमारे माझा घर में, they came to us last week and they are considering our case. They were very happy that we are doing good work, and a person who is well educated has given his rest of the life and his life savings for this cause. Then all of us know what Andrew Carnegie, Bill and Melinda Gates, Henry Ford, Warren Buffett, John D. Rockefeller, they are very famous, I would say, philanthropists, homegrown philanthropists. Shiv Nadar. Ashish ji had a chance to work with Shiv Nadar. That person has a philosophy. He himself was an ordinary employee in DCM Sri Ram. Lala Charat Ram, Lala Bharat Ram ke yahan kaam karte the. And now he's putting his money to work to world standard education and other things. Mukesh Ambani, of course, his CSR budget is highest in the country. Anil Agarwal also of Vedanta has committed a large sum of money. Birlas are very big philanthropists. And within Birla's, Aditya Birla Group, represented by Kumar Mangalam Birla, is a big philanthropist. When it comes to Nandan Nilekani, he spends 80% of his time to make this world a better place. God has given him everything, and now he always looks for ways to share his wealth. So these are people who create institutions, and then the people who are charity minded, who do small things in their own way, they sustain the institutions created by them. So why these people give? And why anyone gives 100 rupees or 5 lakh rupees to charity? We are selfish by nature, and every living being has that gene of selfishness. First point, greater overall happiness. Try buying 100 rupees worth of biscuits and distribute it to people who really need it. With the way they will take it from you and the gratefulness that will be in their eyes and the sparkle they will have in their eyes, it will create extreme happiness in you. So there is no doubt in my mind that giving creates overall happiness, greater. And it secretes a lot of good hormones. Your stress level goes down. There may be many things in your life which are creating stress, but they will take a backseat. The result of the first two things, you will have a better physical health. I am 62. I hope the life I am living will keep me in good health 20 years, 30 years down the line. Then my fourth point, some people may find it controversial. Highest ROI investment. Giving is the highest ROI investment. Let me give you one example of my own life. I have committed 5 crore rupees from my life savings after having made it 3 parts, one for my children, one part for Majha Ghar, and one part for my retirement, so that I don't become dependent on Majha Ghar. With 5 crore rupees, we plan to create an institution in the next 8 years, which is worth 150 crores, which will impact lakhs of lives in its lifetime, create happiness for so many people, give me so much happiness. It's the highest ROI investment when you give. And we find it a lot of fun when we do good. When I spend time with people who need time, who need resources, when I hug them, it feels a lot of fun. So doing good is fun. A lot of you already know that. And Ashish ji has a video, Givers Gain. It's universal that the giver gains much more than the receiver. Because there is a law of nature, there is a karmic law, there is a good Samaritan law, whatever you call, it's not written in the law books. That whatever you do, sometimes it comes back 100-fold back to you, so that you can do more. Narayan Murthy enriched right from his drivers to all his employees, made them millionaires in dollar terms. Did he lose? No, I don't. It was giver's gain, and Narayan Murthy is an immortal person in the corporate history of India. What goes around comes around. If you wish people well, there are good things that are going to happen in life. Ashish ji, who is the organizer, moderator of this conference or talk, when he changed his career from corporate sector to being on his own as a freelancer, he was going through tough times. He had nothing to give. Started wishing people well in the lifts, in the public places, that may good things happen to that person. Lo and behold, very soon, many good things started to happen to him. His income multiplied multi-fold. Nilons grew its profits 80,000%, 800 times. That is something, man. And won't you like to know how did it happen for a mature company? See you on 22nd October. So what goes around comes around. And doing good just feels right. Whoever we are, whether a doctor, an engineer, or a corporate professional, or a self-employed professional, whatever we get in our lives is through the society. So when you give back 1% of your income, or based on your choice, 10% of your income, it just feels right. Whatever we got from society, we are giving back to the society some part of it. I've been asked many times this question. And is it about money? No, it is not. We will see it in the next 3 slides. Melinda Gates is a big philanthropist along with her ex-husband, Bill Gates. They have committed most of their resources to charity. What did she say? Philanthropy is not about money. It is about using whatever resources you have at your fingertips and applying them to change the world. See, we came here, we lived, we ate, and we go. Isn't it a better choice that we try to change the world in some way? Like in Nilons, we took that we will create employment for the country. From a 250 people employment company, we created a company which employs 3,000 people. So I think, but many people are not convinced with this answer. So let me share an example Corinne Wells has given. She said, most of us are exceedingly generous about the millions we do not possess. हमारा पैसा नहीं है तो हम बहुत generous हैं उसके लिए. And we smugly offer our lack of money as excuse for lack of generosity. Yet generosity has surprisingly little to do with money. उन्होंने example क्या दिया? 48 Tuesday afternoons, where a lady gave her 48 Tuesday afternoons to a neighbor, where she had to go for her medical sessions, counseling and all. She did babysitting for her children, and that helped that neighbor recover from her illnesses. So that life, that family got impacted. Did it cost that lady money? No, it costed her time, care, eye care. So I think this is a very real example given by author of Being Philanthropist Without Money. All of us work. But if we can add a title that, you know, IT programmer and philanthropist, it feels nice. See, we sometimes say, हम क्या कर सकते हैं? कोई छोटी मोटी चीज कर सकते हैं. But Aesop, who was a Greek storyteller, stated long back, no act of kindness, no matter how small, never goes waste. I have a habit of backing up with real examples. There was a boy who used to sell things door to door so that he can fund his education. One day he was not able to sell anything and he was very hungry, could not buy himself a meal. He thought of knocking on a door and get something to eat. He knocked on a door. a very beautiful lady came out, and this guy, looking at her beauty, forgot to ask for food. He asked, "Can I have some water?" That lady understood from his face that he seems to be hungry. She went inside, got a large glass of milk, and asked him to drink it. This fellow felt greatly satisfied, and he said, "I don't have anything right now. How much do I owe you?" That lady said, "You don't owe me anything. It was just a small act of kindness." That person was none other than Dr. Howard Kelly. He was about to give up in his life, and this act of kindness restored his faith, and he said, "I'll fight." And he became a big doctor. This lady, after many, many years, fell sick. She was taken to a big city because the doctors in her town, gave up. Fortunately or incidentally, he was brought to the hospital where Howard Kelly used to practice. He heard that some lady has come from this town, from where he grew up. He was eager to see that patient. He put on his doctor's coat and went to see that patient. He could recognize her immediately. She is the lady who gave her a glass of milk and restored his faith in the humanity. From that time onwards, Howard Kelly gave special attention to the case, started studying it, discussing with lots of other doctors, and he worked hard to cure her, and finally she was cured after months of hospitalization. He told the hospital administration, "Please send the bill to me first before giving it to the patient." When the bill came, Howard Kelly paid it and then sent it to the lady. The lady's hands were trembling that how much bill it will be, which I will spend my whole life paying for it. She opened the envelope and the bill. It was written, "Paid for in full by a glass of milk." Small act of kindness. Both the receiver and giver on ninth heaven. So you know what? Never hesitate to do a small act of kindness. That's why we say giver's gain. The world says giver's gain. A glass of milk paid millions of dollars of hospital bill. See, these are examples of philanthropy without money, but I'll give a real example first about Majha. We are collecting funds for land, buying land, because we are in a rented building, and one building has been given by a builder looking at our work, that we are doing good work. He doesn't charge us rent, but we need to consolidate because both the ashrams are 36 kilometers apart. Opening doors. Some of my friends gave 10 lakh rupees each, 4 or 5 of them. My sister gave 51 lakh rupees to the foundation. But far greater donation is from those people who did not give a single penny. How? They opened the doors to Azim Premji Foundation. They opened the doors to a philanthropist in Pune who is now interested to make the ladies' wing in the land when it is available at a cost of 3 to 4 crore rupees. Did opening doors cost any money to that person? No. Just a phone call or a mail that this is a place where you can donate with your eyes closed. Every rupee will be spent with honesty and integrity. You give a smile even to a sad person. When he smiles back, there is happiness, a greeting. A lot of people are doing a helping hand in our foundation. I'll do the accounts. I will do the internal audit so that you're prepared for Azim Premji Foundation, who will do 5 audits. See, Ratan Tata is not married. He lives alone. Giving company to lonely. He recently funded a startup called Good Samaritans, where the company will provide company to the lonely senior citizens. And what did Tata say? You never know what is loneliness unless you are forced to live alone. A moneyed man, a famous man, is having the tinge, the pain of loneliness, who can buy everything that world offers. So give time to the lonely. You will feel happy and the lonely will feel happy. Sometimes people who are going through bad times, they just want your patient ears. Listen to them. And our own Ashish ji started wishing people silently when we was going through bad times. The results were immediate. Say a prayer for someone, a kind thought. And the last one, what we do, and many people do, respect for people who are down in the dumps. Those people whom we rescue are not even in a position to beg. They are in a very bad condition, dirty condition. We call them Prabhujis. We rescue them, remove or reduce pain from their lives. So respect people who are down in the dumps. They may be your colleagues, they may be your family people, they may be your extended family. So this doesn't cost any money. See, eating is nice. I like eating. And so most of you. But nourishing others gives far greater pleasure. Giving food to others connects you in all dimensions, whether it is social, physical, emotional, spiritual. It's a physical need of a person who is hungry to have food. It changes his emotion from, I would say, sadness to happiness, and he blesses you. It's a nice spiritual thing to do. And I would say society needs, so it's a social need also. So it connects everything, and no surprise that the Sikh community does have food at the center of their charity. A lot of people think giving is sacrificing. Whatever I have, I'll have to sacrifice something from it. No, not at all. It's a myth. Let us break it today. It is sharing from what you have, not sacrificing. If you are sharing a meal, if you are giving a meal to someone else, you're sharing from what you have, what God has given you. You're not sacrificing your own meal. You are going to eat anyway. Many times we go and eat out, spend 5,000, 6,000 rupees weekend eating with family. You give institutions like us 2,500, half of what you will spend on a Saturday, Sunday evening. We will feed 120 people. Isn't it very satisfying for you that you fed 120 people today, this week, or this month? So please, I will say, giving is not sacrificing, it is sharing from. And you know, when you share, it comes back to you. See, all philanthropists and charity-minded people leave their footprints on the sand of time. Short story of Danveer Karna, apart from his Kavach Kundal, which he donated to Surya Bhagwan, and gave away his, I would say, Suraksha Kavach and his ability to win the war, because he was of that nature. Once Lord Krishna called Arjuna to a mountain and said, it's a mountain of gold. Please distribute it to people. His people, Arjuna's people, went to the nearby villages and said, please come, gold is being given away by Arjuna. People came. He gave and gave and gave for 12 hours till Arjuna was tired, and not even 1% of the gold mountain was finished. He said, Prabhu, मैं थक गया हूं. Then he said, let me call Karna. He called Karna and he said, this gold needs to be distributed, needs to be donated. Karna also sent his people to the nearby villages. When they came, he said, please take whatever you need from this mountain of gold. And he did his salutations to Krishna and the other people and left. In 1 hour, the entire gold was finished because so many people were taking on their own. Then Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Arjun, you were focusing on giving it yourself with your hands. You wanted you to be remembered that you gave it. And you wanted to be the donor. This person had no expectations, and that's why he's Danveer. Same way Warren Buffett, we can call him Danveer also. He said, I want to give my kids enough so that they would feel they could do anything, but not so much that they feel that they don't have to do anything. With all these, I will conclude by saying, मानव सेवा के लिए उठे हाथ पूजा में उठे हाथों से जुड़े हाथों से ज्यादा पवित्र होते हैं. And as I promised, 2 minutes I will take to tell you a story from my management trainee days, how to take work from people when you don't have formal authority. It dates back to 1986. We as management trainees are shuffled around the various units. I was in Ghaziabad factory, Dalda factory, which has now been sold by Hindustan Unilever. And Subhas Bhandari was the factory accountant and commercial manager. Said, Murga aa gaya hai. Because that factory was heavily unionized. And these are pre-computerized days. So accounts banana itna aasan nahi hota tha. Raat bhar jagna padta tha kai dinon tak. And out of 38 units, Ghaziabad unit used to be the last to submit the accounts, final accounts, so that it can be consolidated at head office. And then Subhas Bhandari said, Rajiv, हम हमेशा लास्ट होते हैं, इस बार कम से कम 10th या 15th पोजीशन पे आना है, and that is your responsibility. Then I made plan. There was this person, Tiwari ji, who was the head of accounts department, head clerk. Under him there were 32 people. I went to him कि मेरे को accounts क्लोजिंग कोऑर्डिनेट करने कहा गया है, मैंने कुछ प्लान बनाया है, मैं आपसे डिस्कस करना चाहता हूं. ये रहा मेरा. क्या प्लान बनाया? कुछ नहीं देखना मुझे, जैसे होता है काम होगा, अपनी औकात जानते हो. Lot of other management training and their accounting year was January to December. वो ठंड गाजियाबाद की. I could not say anything to him. Ghaziabad factory had 2 canteens, one for executives where management trainees were entitled to go, and one for the staff. After thinking for 2 hours, I said, today I'll have food in the staff canteen, and every day. I went to the staff canteen and took a table where Tiwari ji was sitting. He didn't pay any attention to me. After having some food, I said, Tiwari ji, आपके घर में कौन-कौन है? Very reluctantly he said, मेरा एक बेटा है दीपक, engineering कर रहा है. I have a wife and daughter and blah blah. I said, मैं बहुत गरीब परिवार से हूँ, बहुत अरमान लेकर के मैं हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर ज्वाइन किया हूँ और अपना करियर सक्सेसफुल करना चाहता हूँ. क्या आप इस अकाउंट्स क्लोजिंग में ये सोचेंगे कि मैं नहीं, आपका बेटा दीपक है, और जो आपके बेटे दीपक के साथ हो वही मेरे साथ हो? तिवारी जी इस पर जरा सोचिएगा. मैं राजीव अग्रवाल नहीं, दीपक हूं आपका बेटा. Was elderly enough. और जो आप अपने बेटे के साथ करोगे वही मेरे साथ करो. 2 days, no reply. Third day he called me. तुम्हारा जो प्लान था ना अग्रवाल कि टॉप 10-15 में आना है, वो भंडारी साहब ने बोला है ना, टॉप 10-15 का दिमाग से निकाल दो, फर्स्ट होंगे हम, फर्स्ट. And he told all 32 people, let's get our act together. किसी को घर जाने की जल्दी नहीं. We didn't come last. We didn't come first. From 38 number, we were second in the country. This is the power when you connect with people at the heart. You may have to tell the truth, which sometimes is a private affair. So when you want people to own up a cause, this was a cause that हम last नहीं होंगे, हम first होंगे. Connect what appeals to them, what is lacking in their lives. वो बोला मेरा बेटा है ये, मेरे बेटे के साथ कोई ऐसा करेगा तो कैसा लगेगा मुझे, दीपक बेचारा रोएगा. And that changed the whole paradigm. With my promise story, and I promise all of you that on 22nd October, you will get what you need to create a win-win-win situation. So please join when that is circulated by Ashish ji. With these words, my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for a patient listening and staying till the end. Over to you, Ashish ji.
Thank you, Rajiv ji, for such an awesome session. Friends, if you liked what Rajiv ji shared, please show us some love, appreciation, clap. And we are also going to be sharing with you a feedback form. So you can fill out the feedback and let us know. Your feedback is very valuable for us. It will take you less than 30 seconds to fill out the feedback form. And once you have filled out the feedback form, please type FD in the chat box. Thank you so much, friends, for your encouraging responses. Really appreciate that. Also take out time to fill out the feedback form. And Rajiv ji, I'll request you to stop sharing your screen so that I can share mine.
Yes.
And once you have done the feedback form, we will then open up the session for discussion. And while we are waiting for you to fill out the feedback form, I would like to share about the event that we are organizing next week, next Saturday. We have these sessions every Saturday. Next Saturday session falls during Navratri, and we have Apurva Purohit, who is a director on the board of Marico, L&T, and many other leading organizations. She's going to be coming and talking about women empowerment. So please join our community in case you already have not, and fill out the feedback form. And on that note, let us get back to our discussion. And I'd like to request anyone to share how they found the session, any feedback they have, any questions they have. We'll be happy to take 1 or 2 comments or questions before we move on, and I share the details about how you can contribute to this noble cause.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, Manoj here. Am I audible?
Yes, Manoj.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I know Rajiv da for a long time. As you said, integrity, I think the highest integrity person I've seen in my life. So I think last 28 years back, we were in a hostel, and when I saw one way, I understood Rajiv da started Apna Ghar. It was really a pride because I'm in Pune. When Rajiv da was talking, I by out of love, we tell him Rajiv da because that's a connect we are having for a long time because we belong to Calcutta, so that is how it comes as a Rajiv da. When Rajiv da was talking, I was getting goosebumps after goosebumps. It was like inspiration that never stops basically, and really I feel privileged to be part of this session today, and enriching myself. And what Rajiv da said, doesn't take money to be a philanthropist. That really touches me because time is another important aspect that we can give. that's really wonderful. And thank you. I think thank you, Ashish ji, for organizing this.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Rajiv, yeah, pranam once again. And really happy to be part of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj, for being a supporter of what we do. He is an active and regular supporter.
Very nice. Very nice. Very happy to hear from you, Manojji. And friends, please fill out the feedback form, and I'd like to share with you how you can be a part of this movement that Rajiv ji has started. If you would like to contribute to helping Rajiv ji strengthen his hands by supporting Prabhuji, you could start with a monthly contribution of 3,000 rupees. And if you would like to contribute quarterly or yearly, 9,000 and 36,000. And in case you would like to support one or more Prabhujis, it goes up in the proportion. And you can take a screenshot of this. It has all the details that you need for making the contribution. And you could also start with small amounts of 100 rupees going up to 1,000 or 3,000 in different denominations. You could use this QR code to scan. You can take screenshot and you can remit the fees. This is what you will see when you scan the QR code, or you could pay using Google Pay or Paytm on Rajiv ji's number. When you scan the QR code and remit the fees, the support, then it will show you that the money has gone to Majha Ghar Foundation. And when you do it using Google Pay or Paytm, it will show that it has gone to Rajiv ji's account, because this number is linked to Rajiv ji's number. And I'm very happy to share that from Mindful Living, we feel privileged to be supporting one Prabhuji on a monthly basis for next 1 year. And we pray to God that He enables us to support more and more in the days to come. Once you have shared the amount, please share details like name, address, email, mobile number, PAN number over an email with Rajiv ji, or WhatsApp to him at the number mentioned here. You could take screenshots of this and keep with you. Sharing the details once again. In case you would like to donate in kind, these are some of the things that Majha Foundation is looking for. Majha Ghar Foundation, cooking oil, sugar, toothpaste, toothbrush, liquid hand wash, dishwashing soap, and Lifebuoy soap. I'll be there at 12 o'clock tomorrow at the Hinjewadi Ashram. In case those of you who are from Pune or Bombay would like to join me, we will be happy to welcome you there. And this is how the screenshot will look once you have remitted the fees. On that note, I'll pause sharing the screen, and I look forward to hearing from you any comments, questions that you may have.
Hi, this is Tejas. Can I share?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I have visited Rajiv ji's ashram,
Yes.
and it is so hygienic, and they are taking very well care of all the Prabhujis there. They are giving very good food. Actually, उस दिन मुझे मौका मिला कि वहां पे मैंने खाना भी खाया आश्रम में, and I'll say इतना बढ़िया खाना मैंने मेरे जिंदगी में नहीं खाया. इतना अच्छा खाना उन्होंने दिया. And all Prabhujis call him like mom and dad. So उनको वैसे बुलाते हैं. It's really awesome. One should visit in their lifetime. और बहुत अच्छा feeling आता है. And definitely we should do something to society. So Rajiv ji is मतलब उनको देख के ऐसे लगता है कि हमें भी कुछ life में करना है किसी के लिए. So thank you Rajiv ji, and I would like to congratulate you. Are doing a very well job. And I'll always support you for the same.
Tejas is also an active and regular supporter, and we thank you from the bottom of our heart. Our gratitude to you.
Thank you, sir.
See, for as little as 100 rupees a month, you can become a member. You will get a membership certificate that you're a member of Majha Ghar Foundation. So all it takes, people who are starting their career, if you are well placed in life and 4-5 years of experience in life, you can become a Bhagyavan member, 1,000 rupees a month. So 100 rupees. So what I said in the beginning, that Ashish ji will share with you that in as less as 100 rupees, how you can become a philanthropist. And when million helping hands join Majha Ghar, we will be able to support 2,000 people.
Yes, yes. Very, very powerful indeed, Rajiv ji. Friends, it changes your lives like it has changed mine and many other people. And this puts you in a different energy level altogether, and it empowers you, and it is also anti-aging. So you get good health, the many benefits that were spoken about by Rajiv ji. So Rajni, we will share the address with you. We'll share the website. So we'll share a mail with you, which will have all the details, and then you can visit. The women's ashram is in Hinjewadi. We will share all the details with you, Rajni. Thank you for asking that. Anyone else would like to share, ask any questions?
May I just express my gratitude?
Of course, Lakwinder ji.
Yes. I'm extremely grateful and fortunate that I came on. Namaskar ji. दिल से बहुत ही अच्छा लगा है आपको सुन के, और उससे भी ज्यादा जो आपने प्यार बांटा है, साझा किया है और समझाया है, बहुत ही खूबसूरत है. And I would love to be a part of this organization. जैसे भी मैं कर सकती हूँ. Thank you. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you जी.
Thank you.
नमस्कार. नमस्कार.
जो लोग आते हैं ना, कई लोगों के आंखों में आंसू आ जाते हैं कि ऐसी सेवा भी हो सकती है. डिफिकल्ट जरूर है करना, लेकिन हम लोगों ने सोचा कि चलो जब शुरू करना ही है तो इसको पूरे दिल से करते हैं. और हमें पूरी उम्मीद है कि जिस तरह से लोग जुड़ रहे हैं, हम 2000 लोगों का आश्रम बना पाएंगे और जल्दी ही उस पे काम शुरू होगा.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rajiv ji. Friends, there's one thing I would like to share with you in case you have not visited this ashram. You know how my view changed. I used to live in Gurgaon earlier, and there I had the good fortune of visiting Earth Saviors Foundation, who do work in the with the destitutes. उनसे पहले जब मैं उनके आश्रम में गया था, उससे पहले मुझे लगता था कि जो हमारे मेड्स हैं, हमारे ड्राइवर हैं, ये पुअर हैं. But when I went to the Earth Saviors ashram and saw the destitutes there, I realized what poverty is. Our maids and our drivers are not the poor. हम लोग को वहां तक दिखता है, हमको उनकी गरीबी दिखती है, but beyond that there is so much more that is there, and you know, one needs to see and understand. And we are all one. We are not different. हमको लगता है वो अलग है, हम अलग हैं. But ऐसा नहीं है. We are all connected, and when we help one person, you know, there is so much more help that comes our way. It comes back multiplied many times. मैं और क्या कहूँ, मतलब कहने से नहीं होगा. आप आइए, देखिए आश्रम, विजिट करें. You start contributing, जुड़े आप इससे, and you see the benefits for yourself and how it transforms lives. That is what I would like to share.
सभी को मेरा भावपूर्ण निमंत्रण है कि आप आश्रम आएं, विजिट करें, अपनी आंखों से देखें और आशीर्वाद दें आश्रम को. और seeing is believing.
Yes, absolutely. So, Rajiv ji, any closing comments from your side?
नहीं, sorry, somebody wants to say something.
Yes, Gopal ji.
Hello, I am ex-roommate of Rajiv da, and may have known him personally more than many of you for a long time. We shared cots next to each other, almost like the Prabhujis probably, what he has created now. And you know, the most amazing thing about this person is he's always been a giving person from that young age. I have not been able to become even 1% of that. I am still in the process of acquiring things for myself and trying to manage my affairs. But he's been a wonderful example of what a giving person is. I don't know, it's very amazing. Keep it up.
Thanks, Gopal. My biggest capital is that people who know me for 30 years, 40 years, they know कि राजीव मरने को मर जाएगा, लेकिन 1 रुपया इधर से उधर नहीं करेगा. That's my biggest capital.
Thank you. Rajiv ji, you were sharing in your story when you were sharing about HUL that you told him, the person, that you come from a not so privileged background yourself. So maybe could you just share how your childhood was, and maybe on that note, we could close the session today.
No, my childhood was that I was from a BPL family, below poverty line. Even buying a strip of crocin was a struggle. So I knew what is poverty and what is pain of poverty. So my empathy quotient with people who could not afford things went up from childhood. So I've lived my life where, as Gopal said, whatever I had or whatever I did not have, I borrowed and helped to people. So I cut down my needs when I was in hostel so that I could help people. So many times people ask, मेरे पास अभी नहीं है, जब होगा तब करूंगा. नहीं भाई, जब मैं माइनस में था, लोन लेकर के पढ़ाई कर रहा था, तब करता था, जो गोपाल ने कहा. तो टाइम इज नाउ. वो टाइम कभी नहीं आएगा जब इनफ है. आई थिंक $100 बिलियन के बाद भी अंबानी साहब के पास इनफ नहीं है, और उनके पास भी इनफ है जिसके पास कुछ नहीं है. तो ये तो बात ऐसी है कि हम लोग उनकी सेवा कर रहे हैं. जो भीख मांगते हैं उनको हम नहीं लेते, क्योंकि वो भीख मांग के काम तो चल रहा है उनका. वी टेक दोज पीपल, दोज हु कैन नॉट इवन बेग. उनको आपने फेंक के कुछ खाने के लिए दिया तो उठा के खा नहीं सकते. और उनकी स्थिति में जब सुधार होता है, आफ्टर दे गेट फूड, न्यूट्रिशन, मेडिसिन, केयर एंड लव, सबसे बड़ी बात जो हमारे आश्रम को दूसरे आश्रम से अलग करती है, दैट इज लव. That is treating them as family. Where we cannot stay, we will not keep them. What we will not eat, we will not feed them. And lot of them have mental diseases. वो हमें मारेंगे, डांटेंगे, तो भी हम प्यार से बात करेंगे. उनको जो जरूरत होगी, जो फैमिली के लिए हम करेंगे, वो उनके लिए करेंगे. वो फरमाइश करते हैं कि हमें समोसा खाना है, तो माय वाइफ विल अरेंज दैट. तो उनको फैमिली की तरह ट्रीट होता है, उनको परिवार की तरह ट्रीट होता है. ये देखना है तो माझा घर में आए. इन्फोसिस से एक सीनियर एम्प्लॉई आई थी, बोली मेरी हॉबी है आश्रम्स में घूमना. बोला मैंने ऐसा आश्रम कहीं देखा ही नहीं जहां लोग इतने खुश हैं, जहां आप इनको प्यार दे रहे हो जो कहीं नहीं मिलता. तो आप सभी का आशीर्वाद चाहूंगा मैं कि इस काम को जो हमने हाथ में लिया है, आप हमारे बाजुओं में शक्ति मिले, हमारे दिमाग को शक्ति मिले, और इस काम में हम आगे बढ़ते रहे. मैं अपनी वाइफ मीनाक्षी की तरफ से आप सभी का बहुत बहुत साधुवाद करता हूं कि आप आए और मुझको सुना.
Thank you so much, Rajiv ji, for taking out time and joining us. Friends, Akshay has shared the map, the Google map. So Rajni ji and anybody else who would like to have the address of visiting the ashram, it's been shared in the chat. Please copy paste that and keep that with you. And in case anybody is in Pune, Bombay, and would like to join me, I'm visiting the ashram at 12 o'clock tomorrow noon, the one in Hinjawadi. Okay, friends, thank you very much for taking out time and joining us. We look forward to your joining the Majha Ghar Foundation, and let's make this movement, let's make the dream come true for Rajiv ji, and let's make this place, this world, a better place to live in for those who are not as privileged as we are. On that note, thank you once again to everyone. You may unmute yourself and make some noise on your way out. Have a nice weekend. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Namaskar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajiv ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Rajiv, sir.
Thank you,
Rajiv
sir.
ji.
Thank you, Rajiv, sir.
Thank you so much.
So,
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much for this session.